All right, folks, so major shift is coming, and it's not only real estate. Who is going to buy? Aging population. We are declining in population. We are not as popular when it comes to opportunity. Things are shifting and changing extremely fast. I'll get into some quick data so we can assess the situation moving further. But even the people that own real estate right now, if you have a conversation with them, with the jobs that they currently have, with the pay, with the earnings that they currently are managing their lives with, they cannot buy their own property. So how do we expect that the next generation, the next wave of opportunity and economy is able to afford all of that stuff? It's almost not possible. Plus, we include the aging population, including the declining birth rate and demographics. So let's get right into some numbers. As of mid of 2025, Canada's population was about 41.65 million, but only 0.1% grew in a quarter, slowest since 1946, ladies and gentlemen. That's horrible. Horrible. That's 80 years ago. All right, so let's move. Birth rate and demographics show fewer future workers. Canadian birth rate is low, 8 births per 1,000 people, and fertility is well below replacement level, around 1.35 children per woman. That means fewer younger people are being raised, and that's completely normal nowadays, because by the time a couple gets to a level of accommodation, schooling, career, dream, you name it, they're already at the age of 35 maybe, right? So at that time, what are you hoping for, right? So the population is aging. Nearly 1 in 5 Canadians, about 19%, are age of 65 plus. Let that sink in. 19%. That's crazy. And then people are asking me, what do you think about the retirement? What do you think my pension is going to be like in the future? Are you kidding me? First, were you going to get a job that's going to secure your future when it comes to your pension plan that is sufficient enough so you can continue living in Canada? And second is, are we even going to have a pension in the next 20, 30, 40 years? That's a big question, right? So please comment below. So construction and skilled trades. In construction industry, a large wave of older workers is set to leave. Over 245,000 construction workers are expected to retire by 2032. So that's 6 to 8 years from today, and that's going to create a huge wave moving forward. Labor force participation has been extremely weak. Canadians' overall labor force participation rate has hovered around 65% in recent years, the lowest in 2 decades, partly due to aging and retirements. So putting it all together, I know what most people will tell me, or the most people that have told me to my face sincerely, and I'll share it with you. So whenever I bring these numbers up, they say, well, you don't have to worry because we can import, or we can open our borders and many people will migrate to Canada and they will work. I get that. But we require licensing, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, depending on the trade. With that, many shifts happen in construction. As far as I know, I don't have many details, but if you're in construction, you can comment below. So what happens, these rates are getting lower and lower and lower because some of these groups are willing to work for half of the money, right? No union, half of the money, let me do it quickly, you name it. So what happens here? It's a complete paradox. It's a crash, because if you're expecting a Canadian to earn high and to pay high, the actual system has to support one another. The atmosphere has to be there and the opportunity has to be laid out. So, in a nutshell, we're not growing, aging population in construction, everything is on halt. The future doesn't look as bright as many or some people are claiming it to be. So therefore, it is extremely wise for you to summarize your own personal portfolio and see how you can accommodate yourself and your family in the near and long-term future. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.